Wait. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, Scott. Well, maybe you did give me a heads up. Okay. I'm back. Hillman versus Cammy, huh? This is an interesting matchup, and I'm really looking forward to it. You got two guys walking in with a lot of swagger right now. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. First of all, you got Hillman. You know, he's the Hillman Chiefs. He's the Chief Wahoo. He'll be coming in all puffed up, feathers on display, ready to go, going into war and stuff. So he's going to be pumped and ready to go with his big squad that he has. And the other side, you got the Cammy Killers, who are going to be coming in fully cologned, berry white rocking. You know, ready to take advantage of some of Lonnie's squads. So we're going to see what happens with that. But you got Hillman. Look at his lineup. He's got Newton versus Oakland. Cam Newton versus Oakland. That's a good matchup for him. An interesting thing on his roster right now is that he's got Adrian Peterson and Arian Foster going against each other in the same game. You know, and that makes it interesting, because if that happens to be a low-scoring game, that could be an interesting situation for Lonnie and scoring some points. So that said, you know, they got Adrian Peterson puts up points no matter what it seems like, and Texans put up some points, so he should be all right. But if it's, you know, it doesn't go the way the experts think, and it's a low-scoring game, this could be a really big battle here. Lonnie's wide receivers, I think he's going to need more from Jennings. Looks like Des Bryant's a bit of a question mark. I know he played last week and scored, but it's hard to tell what's going to happen with him. And on the other side with Cammy, Ryan versus Detroit, he needs a big game from Matt Ryan. He's got to either match or better Cam Newton, and that's going to be huge for him. And the biggest thing for Jake, I think, is his running backs. You know, it's all big for both these guys right now. The biggest thing about the running back matchup is that Jake has Marshawn Lynch going against San Francisco. Who's got San Francisco? Lonnie does. So that's a huge matchup right there. We're gonna have to watch and see how that unfolds. He's also got Trent Richardson back there. He scored two touchdowns last week, which is all fine and good, but he only got 26 yards. So where's his points going to come from if he's not scoring touchdowns? Then with Cammy, he needs something to come up big from his wide receivers. He's got some good names. He's got Reggie Wayne. He's got Marquez Colson, Vernon Davis. You know, where are these guys? Where have they been? Where were they last week? He's lucky enough to get by Skippyville. Without them, they had combined, I think, 1 or maybe 2 points. And but he needs more from them big time. And not to mention that, he's also got Stevie Johnson, who he had on the bench last week, who came up with 11 points. So what's he going to do? Is he going to start Stevie Johnson? We'll see. What he set him for. So, and special teams is huge for Jake also. You know, like I said, you know, same with Lonnie. Lonnie's got San Francisco against Marshawn Lynch, but Jake's going to need some special teams play big time and putting up some points to keep pace with Lonnie, I think. But that's going to be fun to watch. I know that both guys are coming in big time and ready to rock and throw some punches. You got, like I said before, about these guys. Jake's coming in. The Cammy Killers are coming in with their stocking stuffers, looking for some action. And looks like I think that Lonnie's gonna have his squaws on lockdown, guarded by grizzly bears. And it's gonna be a tough time for Jake to do his business. So officially, for the 2012 SGFFL Championship, my selection is the Hillman Chiefs, and it's gonna be fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to it. I need the ball. My elf took my ball. Give me my ball. Tucker. Tucker, come on. Oh, I got my ball. All right, got the ball. Back to you, Scott. All right, Hayden, right over here. Alright, I'm going to throw you the ball. This time just come set it right over here by me. Okay, just wait. Alright, here you go. Thanks again. Alright, some surprises. I don't know that there's a whole lot of big surprises this season. I think some notable ones that were to mention, or some things that I observed, was that the amount of traded picks that we talked about earlier. You know, we looked at it all up. It was, I believe, 62 traded picks that went out throughout the season. And that being said, it I was looking for, as it happens every year. It seems like there's some team that, you know, sells the farm, you know, their whole top end of their draft and trying to make that run. You know, I know that MILFs did the top 2 picks. I did maybe 3, 4, and 5. You know, some might conceive that as selling the farm, maybe not, but I don't think necessarily is it per se. But we don't have anybody next year going in without their 1 through 5, or, you know, something crazy like that, like we usually see. So that's something different this year. So there's no farm selling, in my opinion. So that's kind of something different and unusual for us, I think. Some other stuff that I took of note. Some teams that we expect to do well didn't. You know, had strong drafts. You know, strong lineups coming in. Teams like Scott City or the Bad Boys. You know, they had just on paper like some really good teams. I know that Scott City made the playoffs, but he didn't do nearly what he wanted to do, and he didn't even win his division for that matter. So that was kind of surprised. And the Bad Boys had a really good lineup. They just didn't put up points and didn't even make the playoffs. So that's disappointing for him. So those are some things that I took note of throughout the season. Changes for 2013 are going to be really interesting, I think. That we're looking to change. We're going to talk about more with the league, but we're looking to revise the toilet bowl, taking those 8 teams, dividing them into 2 4s, then playing a round robin through each of those 2 groups, and with the winner out of the round robin, the 2 winners meeting in the championship for the number one overall pick, and then seeding them out as such, as they're by the records and points and however tiebreakers play out. But the goal of that being just to kind of keep the guys in the league playing, because, you know, you go into week 13, you lose, and it just, you know, kind of sucks. You're done. You go on the next couple of weeks, woulda, shoulda, coulda, what could have happened, what could I have done with my roster, blah, blah, blah. You know, I did that this year. So we're trying to look to keep guys more involved longer. So if you do that with the toilet bowl, you know, that's 8 teams that are going to get, you know, 3 more, maybe 4 if you're lucky enough, weeks of play. And I think that'd be a really positive thing for the league. On the championship side, that's tricky. I looked at a formula to do that for doing another tournament, mini tournament for the losers of the winners bracket. Kind of gets tricky. We can talk about that more later. As of right now, I'm not sure if we're really seriously considering that. Just kind of gets tricky with the money breaks, the breakdowns, and draft picks and that type of stuff, but we can look at it. But overall, we're looking at also possibly extending the season 1 more week, keeping the same number of games, but instead of having a week at the end of the year where you play 1 game, you'll have 2 weeks at the end of the year where you'll play 1 game. It might make it a little more interesting for the divisional races, because those will be divisional games. And I know that in the past, the league has been a proponent for having a 16-week league versus 17, because people don't like the chances of their studs being sat in key moments in week 17 because their actual team is in the playoffs for the NFL and those types of things. But, you know, those are things we're going to revisit, and, you know, just trying to look to make the league overall better as a whole, getting more experience, getting more fun for a longer amount of time than just the 12, 13 weeks that we're at right now. So those are some big things that we're looking at doing. So all that being said, I want to say thanks to everyone for being involved this year. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks to Scott for putting together all these videos. He's put in a lot of hard work, and all the kids and other league members who took their time to contribute to them as well. So thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a safe and happy holidays. Back to you, Scott.